Welcome. This is a new series I'm thinking of running. See how it goes. What I'm playing, as you don't know, it's Dark Souls, renowned as a very difficult game. And what I want to do is I want to try and do a bit of ranting. So we've got some noise over here. That's a big dude. We're going to be seeing him a bit later. Oh, that's right. Before I change some settings, I recently have changed my recorder. If you haven't noticed, you've seen some of my videos. I was previously running a little VHS to DVD recorder I got for cheap. So I've changed now to a Hauppauge HD PVR. And yeah, my video is going to look so much better now. This is all for fun, so everything should be right. So what I want to do with this is sort of do a bit of ranting as well, not just gameplay. What I want to do is I've been very sporadic with my videos. I want to be a bit more reliable. So I but a lot of my videos do take a while to write. What I want to say to get everything exactly right. I do sort of have a tendency to try and pull everything apart to the point where I know it's going to stand the test of people tearing apart my arguments. So I do try and put a lot of effort into making sure my arguments are able to stand the test. People aren't able to tear what I say exactly apart, or at least have some good counter arguments for when I do get people disagreeing with me. And I've got people disagreeing with me all the time. It's just a bit easier when I know exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So, yeah, you're probably wondering why Dark Souls is regarded as such a hard game. And probably a good instance is coming up right now. So with this, I've already done this several times. But I sort of want to do this fresh. I had a bit of issues previously recording.
Oh, you.
And this guy, he doesn't say too much. You could also actually kill this guy. Does the same thing. But the point is, like, one of them, the video had issues. Other one, I sort of had issues recording, so audio. So sorry, probably reduced it a bit there. So I don't know. I'm coughing that much. But yeah, and just to get a bit of ranting. One of the things I've seen recently is social Darwinism. It's a topic I've seen, a topic I've sort of had a lot of interaction with from my own ideas. So if you don't know, social Darwinism it's when you encounter certain ideas that basically say immorally put towards that for the greater sake of humanity. Certain people must live differently or must be denied existence. So it's quite a touchy topic, because if you do find a lot of people reckon a lot of Hitler was social Darwinism, and I'm not too sure in that. But still, the fact is that it's quite a dangerous idea. Hit the wrong button there. So I was trying to interact, and I was supposed to do that sort of. This guy isn't too hard. Let's recover. I'm trying to play it safe. Oh, that wasn't a bit safe. Yeah, so... what am I doing? So I'm just concentrating here. That's what I tend to do. I tend to go quiet. There we go. See, you know, I actually watched Rage Quit from Rooster Teeth. And it makes that part look a lot harder than actually it is. But one thing I also did is I also went out of my way to try and learn the techniques of battle. And there are a few good guides out there. But they're sort of hard to find in regards to how to fight in this game. Now, back onto the topic of social Darwinism, I'll probably do that throughout every time I do this sort of thing. Or I'll go off topic for a bit, concentrate on the game, and then go back to the idea. So one problem with social Darwinism is that it tries to look out for the human race. It tries to help them in develop, and it all comes down to survival of the fittest, which is fact. Survival of the fittest is undeniable. But where it comes in is you actually find that human race isn't evolving the same way it did, and did thousands of years ago. And the reason for that is basically around the whole idea is that we don't just let those who have illness die. So previously, predators, illness, all that sort of stuff would have easily killed people who were not as fit. I'm not particularly fit, but it's not the sort of fit I'm talking about. Unable to adapt or unable to survive. And part of the whole idea of social Darwinism comes to the fact that you should let these people die. And it's not a pretty idea where people just go, hey, you know, these people aren't going so well, why don't we just, you know, let them die? It's sickening that human nature can come to that. And how people can go from, you know, from very nice people who look out for each other, humans who stand by each other through the thick and thin of it. And then you just get times where you see the human race and they're not the same. They go from being genuine people to being monsters. And all it takes is the right push. So this is actually the first area where you get proper enemies. And I tend to actually die here a lot. So it took me a while to actually adapt to this. Oh, and that's one of the things about these guys. It's not so good. They actually go a bit psycho at times. But yeah, so with this whole video series, if I do plan to run it in the future, it's the whole idea that it's all about me just being me, because I do have to write a fair bit of scripts, and I kind of found it sound a bit boring in my own videos, which is a bit for me to say. I don't know how I'll sound in this one, so I'll have to listen to a recording. But I tend to sound a bit more interesting in my head. So, you know, see how we go. But on my whole official stance on the whole social Darwinism thing, it's totally wrong. People will make excuses for it. It'll come up repeatedly. And one of the reasons why this is on my mind so much is because of the whole there's a whole issue with abortion at the moment, and whether if your child doesn't or would detract from what you're living, whether that's reasonable cause to let the child die. And it's sickening to see what people can come up with and rationalise when people just don't want to deal with issues. So that'll be the end of this video. Let me know what you think. Leave a like, comment. I'm probably going to call this Let's Rant, because people do Let's Plays and they sit there, Xbox or did one for Syndicate, and that was fairly interesting because you hadn't seen them to do that before. But a lot of people just don't know how to commentate gameplay, and I don't know how to do that either. But I figure ranting about a topic and people seeing me have issues with Dark Souls would make for some fun watching. Again, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys later.